spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. On the first snap, here's Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards on the game's opening play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not, and now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
But it's caught. Tompkins. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. And again, it's Mayfield. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Ready? Lightning 18. Mustang 19. Ready?
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He'll get that one complete to Connor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Deputy Ranger. Deputy Ranger.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Hurts to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Connor. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. The Panthers at 500 are 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Going to the air on the opening drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On first down, Hurts. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Throwing his Hurts. Well, that's complete to Sanders. Down inside the 10. Touchdown! Miles Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He completes it right side to White. Down inside the 10. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Rashad White, 27 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season they could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Mayfield's throw taken in by Palmer. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers have moved out in front. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the interception, Mayfield being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On second and goal, Mayfield, touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Throwing on second and long. Hurts. And he's going to go down again. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this one is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mayfield looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Mayfield to throw it. Under pressure, they got him again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking for White on the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Rachaad White as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts, eluding the pressure right. Lets it fly for Thielen. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Carolina. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
A short kick taken at the 18. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, he had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Fields this way up at the 17. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes, they've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Mayfield on first down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Mayfield down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Mayfield. But it's caught. Tompkins. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Bucs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The center receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd and 10, Hurts. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Pinero's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7.